hello there. There's a lot of boinging going on.
Oh, look, Roly. I found these lovely pebbles.
Oh, I say.
Oh, we've got one each, but they all look the same, and we keep getting them mixed up.
Pebbles, stones, all look the same. That reminds me of a story. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, please.
Righto. Back in a Roly Mo. When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you will see? When you take a look inside a book, it's fun as fun can be. With cats and dogs and birds and frogs, a monkey who says boo, boo. Wonderful things, giants and kings, and maybe a Fimble or two. Now what have we here? When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you might see? A story or rhyme, just take the time to read along with me. Here it is.
Oh, it's story time. Dory.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Oh, yes.
Then I'll begin. This story is called The Big Grey Wall. Once there was a little old man and a little old woman who had an enormous garden, and at the end of the garden was a big grey wall. I feel like growing flowers today, said the little old man. And so he did. What do you think of that? Said the little old man. Very pink, said the little old woman. I'm going to plant yellow next, said the little old man. So he did. What do you think of that? Asked the little old man. Very yellow, said the little old woman. Then he grew a row of blue flowers, then orange flowers, then red, then purple, then green. What do you think of that? He said. It's a rainbow garden, said the little old woman. But at the end of the garden was a big grey wall. Look at that wall, said the little old woman. That doesn't look like a rainbow. Then she had an idea. She went off to the shed and she found a paintbrush and lots of pots of paint, all different colours. What do you think of that? She said. I'll get a paintbrush, said the little old man. And so they painted flowers all over the big grey wall. Yellow, blue, orange, red, purple and green. It's a rainbow wall, said the little old man. Oh, yes, said the little old woman, for our rainbow garden. And that was the story of the big grey wall.
Except it wasn't a big grey wall at the end, was it, Roly Mo? It was a rainbow wall.
A wall covered with flowers.
That's right, Fimbo. They made the wall look very different, didn't they? Oh,
Hello, Roly.
oh, hello.
Roly, we've got a hooter.
Oh, yes, and what a noisy hooter it is.
We made a trundle truck car with it, and we're delivering things.
Oh, yes, they're delivering me at the moment to you, Roly Mo. I wanted to hear a story.
Oh, what a splendid idea. How about a noisy story?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, please, a noisy story.
Now, where did I put that book? Back in a Roly Mo? When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you will see? When you take a look inside a book, it's fun as fun can be. With cats and dogs and birds and frogs, a monkey who says boo, boo. Wonderful things, giants and kings, and maybe a Fimble or two. Oh, now what have we here? When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you might see? A story or rhyme, just take the time to read along with me. Found it. Are you sitting comfortably?
Oh, yes.
Then I'll begin. This story is called The Noisy Builder. There once was a builder called Barry, and Barry was the noisiest builder around. On Monday, he banged with his hammer. Bang, bang, bang. All day long. On Tuesday, he drilled with his drill. Drrr, drrr, drrr. All day long. On Wednesday, he mixed with his mixer. All day long. On Thursday, he sawed with his saw. All day long. On Friday, he sanded with his sander. All day long. And on Saturday, he banged, drilled, mixed, sawed, and sanded. All day long. But on Sunday, Barry the Builder was so tired, the only sound he made was the sound of snoring. All day long.
Fimbo, Pom, we're ready for a ride now. Oh. Oh dear.
I think they've done enough delivering for one day.
A wind through the leaves goes rustle, 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 rustle. The wind through the leaves goes rustle, 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 all day long. All day long. The wind makes the grass go sway, 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 sway. The wind makes the grass go sway, 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 all day long.
Goodness me, what are you all up to?
We're chasing the wind.
Wait, wait.
Oh, did you find the wind, Pom?
Yes. Oh, Pom, Fimbly, find a wind.
Oh, it's hiding again.
Oh, maybe it would like a story. Would you like to hear a story too?
Oh, yes, please. Dolly.
Back in a Roly Mo. When you take a look inside a book, it's fun as fun can be. Oh, now what have we here? When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you might see? A story or rhyme, just take the time to read along with me. Here we are. Now, this is a story about the wind.
Windy wind.
That's right, Pom. The wind. Now, are you sitting comfortably?
Yes.
Ron.
Then I'll begin. This story is called The Wind and the Sun. Once upon a time, the wind and the sun argued about who was stronger. Whistled the wind. Of course I'm stronger than you. I can strip leaves off trees, I can scatter clouds, nothing is stronger than me. Nonsense,
else, said the sun. I can melt ice, I can burn wood. Nothing is stronger than me. Then a weathercock called up to them. Cock-a-doodle-doo! I can tell you who's stronger. The wind and the sun rushed down from the mountain top. See the farmer over there, said the weathercock. Whoever gets his coat off first will prove who is stronger. Easy, puffed the wind, and he blew and blew. But the farmer clutched his coat tightly and would not take it off. I blew all the straw out of his hair, yelled the wind. Ah, but you didn't make him take his coat off, said the weathercock. Now it's the sun's turn. So the sun started to shine and filled the valley with golden light and shimmering heat. The farmer's dog lay down in the shade, panting. The farmer mopped his face. Then he unbuttoned his coat, and then he took it off. You've won, said the weathercock. The sun is stronger. The wind was so annoyed, he huffed and puffed up to the top of the mountain and left the whole valley to sleep in the sunshine.
The wind's still hiding.
Oh, can you whistle down the wind again, please, Roly?
Of course.
You see, the wind likes being whistled to.
Oh, like this. Hooray! It's back! Yay!
Well done, all of you. Oh, someone's been busy shopping.
Oh, it was me, Roly. I found a shopping basket, and then I found lots and lots of things to put in it.
But Pom kept taking them out again.
Oh, I see. Well, I think I have a story about shopping. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, yes, please.
Righto, back in a Roly Mo. Books over here, books over there, books, books everywhere.
When you take a look inside a book, it's fun as fun can be. Oh, now what have we here? When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you might see? A story or rhyme, just take the time to read along with me.
Now, are you all sitting comfortably?
Yes, Roly.
Then I'll begin. Now, this story is all about shopping. I need to go shopping. I've made a list. Bread, apples and eggs. Is there something I've missed? I've so little time, so I walk very fast. Ah, here are the shops at last. This is the baker's, but what's going on? No sign of a loaf, not even a crumb. The baker's unhappy. I'm sorry to say our oven is broken. There's no bread today. No bread? Oh dear, no bread to buy. But there's somewhere else that I could try. At the greengrocer's is a very long queue. So while I wait, I look at the view. There are hundreds of fruits piled up very tall, but can you believe it? No apples at all. No apples? Oh dear, no apples to buy. But there's somewhere else that I could try. I like to buy eggs at the farmer's shop, but the egg van today had to suddenly stop and all the boxes fell wide open. And yes, every single egg was broken. No eggs. Oh dear, no eggs to buy. There is not a thing on my list I can buy. But there's somewhere else that I could try. The supermarket is huge and wide, with lots of different things inside. So many things it isn't funny, because I've just spent all my money. No money, oh dear, no money to spend. But at least I found everything in the end.
The person in the story found all the shopping they wanted, just like me.
Oh, what's all this giggling?
Roly Mo!
I walked into this sticky patch and got stuck, Roly.
And I tried to pull Fimbo out, and I got stuck.
And I tried to pull Fimbo and Rocket out, and now I'm stuck too.
Well, you do look funny. Like 3 bears stuck to a honeypot.
But Roly, how do we get out?
Oh, that is the question, yes. How do you get out? And it needs some thinking about. Do you know what? It reminds me of a story.
Oh, what story?
I tell you what, you stay there and I'll go and get it. Back in a Roly Mo. Don't go anywhere, mind.
We can't go anywhere. We're stuck.
When you take a look inside a book, it's fun as fun can be. Now what have we here? When you take a look inside a book, who knows what you might see? A story or rhyme, just take the time to read along with me.
Ah, here we are.
Dolly!
Are you sitting comfortably?
No, Roly, we're not.
I'm sitting.
Never mind. Try and stand comfortably. This story is called The Enormous Turnip. Once upon a time, a little old man and a little old woman lived in a little house with an enormous garden. One day, they were planting some seeds when a friendly robin flew down to see what they were doing. "Now, leave those alone, Robin," said the old man. "They're turnip seeds, and I just love turnips. White, round, juicy turnips." The sun shone, the rain rained, and one by one the seeds grew. In the ground, the turnips were getting rounder and bigger. "I think it's time to pull at our turnips." "Good," said the little old woman. "Then I can make some delicious turnip soup." The friendly robin pecked at the biggest turnip top. "Now leave that alone, Robin," said the old man. "It's too big for you." So the old man and the old woman pulled at the biggest turnip top. They pulled and tugged, but the turnip would not come out of the ground. Their neighbour, Farmer Straw, was passing by. "You look as if you could do with some help," he said. So the farmer pulled, the old woman pulled, and the old man pulled, but it was no good. "This turnip is really huge," said the old man. The farmer whistled to his dog and his sheep. Then the dog pulled, the sheep pulled, the farmer pulled, the old woman pulled, and the old man pulled. "It's no good," said the old man. "Where can we get more help?" Suddenly they heard a... and the friendly robin flew down and tugged at the dog's tail. So the robin pulled, the dog pulled, the sheep pulled, the farmer pulled, the old woman pulled, and the old man pulled, and out came the enormous turnip. None of them had ever seen a turnip so big. The little old woman made a huge pot of soup, and there was still some turnip left over for the friendly robin. Oh, lovely.
Oh, that was a great story, Roly, but we haven't got an enormous turnip.
True, Fimbo.
And anyway, how would that help?
Well, it wouldn't. A turnip would be no use at all. Oh, no. What you need is something to hold on to.
Ah!
Something long and strong. Then you could hold on to it and it might pull you out.
Oh, long, like a wiggly worm.
Or a scarf.
Or a stick.
Yes, or a rope.
Oh, well done, Pom. It's our jumping rope. Da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum, da-da.
Thank you.
Hold on tight.
Hey-ah.
Thank you, Pom. 1, 2, 3. Pull! Come on, put your back into it. 1, 2, 3. Pull!
We did it!
Hey, we're out! Hey!
We're out of the sticky patch. Hooray!